Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest pageant on earth. Come one, come all, join us under the big top to watch these 17 circus girls take on the big show. You're in for a real treat, and we're not just talking about the popcorn. Artist, because that would be pushing yourself to new heights and being fearless to put on the best show possible. Ryan, you know contestant number 2. She would be a lion tamer, because then she could not only tame lions, but then she could tame her own hair. Brianna Liao, contestant number 3. She would be a lion tamer, because then the king of the jungle would have to listen to her. Samantha Crouch, contestant number 4. If Samantha was in the circus, she would want to be an acrobat, because then they take chances, are courageous, and fly through the air. Contestant number 5. If Addison was in the circus, she would want to be an acrobat because they are flexible and do daring things. Sophia Magana, contestant number 6. If Sophia was in the circus, she would be in the acrobatics act because it fascinates her how they move, and it seems like it'd be an awesome challenge to take on. Let's try it, contestant number 7. would be a juggler because she is constantly juggling her life with school, swim, family, and friends. Desiree, join me, Princess Super 8. If Desiree was in the circus, she would like to do the tightrope because she feels like it would be a lot of fun. Number 9. If Valeria was in the circus, she would be a clown because no matter what emotion she has, she always manages to make people laugh. If Alyssa was in the circus, she would be a part of the human cannonball because she has always wanted to fly. Tiana Pugh, contestant number 11. If Tiana was in the circus, she would be a clown because she is funny and outgoing. Vanessa Vasco, contestant number 12. If Vanessa was in the circus, she would be a fire dancer because she loves dancing and exciting crowds. Incorporating fire would make her feel like an amazing performer. And Richard, contestant number 13. If Hannah was in the circus, she would be a juggler, so she can handle many different things at once. Contestant number 14. If Victoria was in the circus, she would be an animal trainer for mostly elephants and horses. Caitlin McGuire, contestant number 15. If Caitlin was in the circus, she would be a sword swallower because she likes to do dangerous things and take risks. Sasha Inges, number 16. If Sasha was in the circus, she would be a It's challenging, take practice, and seems fun. Our 2017 MC is Maddie Jansen. Maddie Jansen is a Bakersfield native and driller and is grateful for the privilege of informing the community she grew up in about the important topics and amazing people of Kern County. She has been with KGET since 2009. Maddie and husband Justin have 3 beautiful boys. Maddie is deeply involved in our community as a member of the Junior League of Bakersfield and serves on several committees for local nonprofits. Maddie attended Chapman University, graduating in 2007. Her first official job in the news took her to Billings, Montana. But after 2 years in the Big Sky country, she couldn't wait to get home to family and friends. You can catch Maddie weekday mornings as the morning anchor for 17 News at sunrise and the news at noon. Join me in welcoming our MC, Maddie Jansen. Thank you, Sydney. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2017 Wasco Rose Pageant. I am in awe at the community support tonight and how full this auditorium is. This is amazing. I know you all are so proud and just beaming with pride and joy over your young ladies up here tonight. I am so honored to have been asked back to be part of the pageant this year. Last year, I had the honor of being involved for the very first time as one of the judges. So difficult, and I don't envy you ladies and gentlemen up there because you have 17 amazing young women to choose from tonight. Any one of them would be so deserving. So good luck to our judges. You're going to need it. I learned last year by being involved as a judge just how much integrity these young women have, how much passion, and how much dedication to their community. They are such fine, upstanding young women, and it gives me so much hope for the future of our community when I see young people like this with so much passion and drive in life. So congratulations to you for raising such wonderful young women. Now, I'm not from Wasco, but as Sydney told you, I am a Bakersfield girl, so I know how deep that small town, hometown pride runs, and I love seeing all of these girls, all these volunteers and organizers and all of these community members here supporting this amazing tradition and keeping the history of Wasco and Kern County and the history of the Rose Queen pageant alive. So again, thank you all so much for being here tonight. I would like to now bring back out our 2016 Rose Queen, Sydney Melberg. During Sydney's reign as queen, she was a very busy lady. The varsity cheer captain, ASB president, varsity softball captain as well. She was awarded All-American cheerleader and jump queen at cheer camp. Sydney was also invited to attend All-American events in London, Florida, and Los Angeles. She attended the event in LA and represented her school with pride. Sydney received second team All-League for softball, and she and her team were SSL champions. Sydney was an ambassador for Kindness Week and planned different events to show kindness throughout her school. Sydney was very involved within the community and attended lots of events. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating 2016 Miss Wasco, Sydney Melberg. And as we present her with her scholarship. Congratulations. I'm attending Cal State Bakersfield currently, and I'm cheering there, and I'm majoring in liberal studies. I'm trying to be a special education teacher, so this is going to help so much. Thank you so much, Wasco.
Thank you, Sydney. All right, before we get going this evening, the ladies are busy getting ready for the next portion of the competition tonight, and we'd like to give a special thanks to all of the individuals who contributed to making this pageant a success once again. Debbie Melberg, Pageant Director. Nicole Sanchez, Pageant Director. And Haley Coyle, Pageant Director. Cheryl Sanford, Sunny Dobbs, and Mary Gomez for stage design. Lori Kibler and Amanda Rodriguez for the luncheon today. Tina Newman handling tickets. Ben Coyle, Jeff Melberg, and Nick Sanchez are our stage crew. Evan Schulte and Jordan and Julia De La Rosa for lighting. Alejandra Vargas and Karen Rodriguez, Scholarship and Dressing Room Hospitality. Cindy Bryan, one of our judges, or handling the judges. Brent Bryan, judges balloting. Rob and Rick Sanchez, stage ramp. Jessica Wallace for providing the beautiful photography of our contestants. Freestyle Entertainment for yet another successful year of providing great entertainment for the pageant. Trans West Security for the security services this evening. Danny Eusebio for cinematography and awesome video you saw earlier this evening. Natalie Perez for the Queen's video. Vincent Martinez for the photography this evening. And a big thank you to Wasco High School for allowing the auditorium to be used once again for all of the practices this summer and always taking care of the pageant needs here at the high school through the duration of the pageant. Also a big thank you to Teresa's Restaurant for providing the dinner for the judges this evening. That's one thing I missed out on this year by not being a judge. That's some good stuff. Lisa Hussey for the pageant alterations. Sharon Sharp for the endless publicity. Ray Miller for sponsoring of priority seating hospitality. Robinson Welding for sponsoring the contestant lunch the day after the pageant. Carissa Jones for water sales this evening. And Isaac Bacher for the help with the escorts tonight. And now a huge thank you to all of the clubs and businesses and organizations who sponsored a contestant this year. The Knights of Columbus, Planet Dance, Precision Hay, Paul Farms, Bengals Football, Elks Ladies, Women's Club, Veterans of Foreign Wars, the Historical Society, Junior Women's Club, Bengals Cheer, Orange Heart Foundation, Tropicana, Wasco Rotary, West Side Family Fellowship, and Block and Tackle. And now to some outstanding young men who you will be seeing this evening, our escorts for tonight. Joe Cervantes, Connor Kelly, Logan Cerda, Ramon Carriedo, Samuel Soboleski, Chandler Paul, Caleb Dobbs, Andrew Gonzalez, Ignacio Bernal, Gilbert Acevedo, Manuel Flores, Dominic Martinez, Angel Davila, Roman Ramirez, Dre Hinkins, John Stewart, Gerardo Gomez, and Peter Chavez. These young men are giving their time, and it's not even their pageant, so we so appreciate them. And I know you appreciate them too. All right, so now thank you to all of our chaperones for making sure our 17 young ladies look amazing this evening. Thank you to Belinda Wadle, Irene Bernal, Samantha Weimer, Alex Allen, Carla Sanchez, Jaira Snow, Carly Bozarth, Vanessa Gardea, Amanda Resendez, Samantha Dominguez, Caitlin Cortez, Ashley Skaggs, Arlene Bernal, Cassie Esnos, Wendy Jones, Brianna Magana, and Ashley Placencia. And last but not least, a big round of applause for all of the parents and families of these 17 amazing contestants. Young ladies need just a little more time this evening. So we are just gonna let them prepare and collect themselves. It's such a big night and so much has been going into preparing. I was part of a pageant. It was a scholarship program, as we call it, and it was in high school, so I know how they feel tonight. It was called Junior Miss when I did it a couple years ago. I don't like that laugh. You don't know how old I am. Or maybe you do. I graduated in 2004. So anyway, I was part of Junior Miss. Now it's called Distinguished Young Women. And I learned so much from my time in that. I made friendships that I still have. I am still involved with the program to this day. I get to go back every year and see the new class of young ladies come through. And it really teaches you some amazing things. And it teaches you that public speaking, that self-confidence that as a teenage girl, I know I didn't have automatically. But I got to learn that, and I got to bond with other young ladies as we went through that program and that experience together. And I know that these young women are going to have lifelong friends because of it. And sitting back there as they were getting ready tonight, watching them all join hands and pray together as they got ready, it just kind of brought tears to my eyes how beautiful that bond of sisterhood and that bond that they all have is. So just congratulations again to you all for raising such beautiful young women. All right, and we are ready to move on with our pageant this evening.
Hey Sydney.
Yeah, what's going on, Joe?
I heard they're starting the pageant about an hour early this year.
Why's that?
We've been having this heat wave at Wasco and they want to make sure everyone can get home early.
Alright, yeah, I'll hurry. I'll make sure to get there on time.
Where am I?
You don't know?
No what?
You're in the greatest pageant on earth.
Am I in Wasco?
You're miles away from Wasco.
Shafter?
You must think you're here pretty hard.
Well, what am I going to do? How am I going to get back in time for the show?
You gotta get through several challenges before you can get back to Wasco.
Well, can't I just tap my shoes or wiggle my nose or wish upon a star?
That won't work.
Fine. So what's my first challenge?
Just turn around.
Hi there.
Oh my goodness.
Your first challenge is to take this hula hoop and walk across the stage.
That's it?
Wait, that's too easy. Instead, you have to do a cartwheel with the hula hoop across the stage.
You can't change the rules up on me like that. So how did I do?
Great. On to the next one.
Welcome to the tricycle challenge.
This is going to be fun.
You're going to ride the tricycle in a circle around the post and avoid the animals.
Easy enough.
But blindfolded.
I'm sensing the pattern here. How'd I do?
You're almost there, just a few more.
You know what? This is pretty fun. What's next?
Us. You're gonna have to dance your way out of this one.
Try me.
5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7.
I think I've got it.
And don't forget your somersault.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What'd you think?
You did great, but this one might be a little tougher. Guys, there's more.
Well, what is this?
The escort stop. Your next challenge. You have to beat all of them in tug of war.
No way. Well, I guess if I have to.
Wow, she really did it.
All right, that was it, right? I'm going home now, right?
Almost. Just 2 more and you'll be on your way.
Home.
You have to make one of these.
What's that?
Balloon animals. You can make a dog, a dinosaur, or a sword. You choose.
Thanks, Sid. But I hate dinosaurs. You're done your final challenge.
I'm ready. Before you can get to home plate,
You'll have to dribble your way out of this one.
here it goes. Ow.
What happened?
You took a pretty bad fall. You alright?
I think so. I just had a crazy dream that I was stuck in the circus.
Aren't we all? Let's head back. The show's about to start. I hear this is the greatest pageant on earth.
Wait, say that again?
I'm just gonna close my eyes and pretend that I'm not here. All these empty faces talking about problems I can't wait till sundown cause my body's aching. I just wanna dance, I just wanna dance. Don't you wanna party? Sitting in the crowd feeling heartbeat. Everybody's carefree, everybody's carefree. Don't you wanna party?
There's only two types of people in the world. Ones that imitate and ones that observe. Well, baby, I'll put on a show kind of girl. Don't let the backseat, gotta be first. I'm like the ringleader, I call the shots. I'm like the firecracker, I make it hot when I put on a show. Feel the adrenaline moving through my veins. Spotlight on me, I'm ready to break. I like to perform with the dance floor as a stage. Better be ready, hope that you feel the same. Eyes on the inside of the room, just like a circus. Everybody gon' jump just like a circus. Just stand up, watching me, follow me, show me what you can do. Everybody let go, we can make it dance floor just like a circus. There's only two types of guys out there. Ones that can hang with me and ones that are scared. So baby, I hope that you can prepare. I wanna tell the shit, so beware. I'm like the ringleader, I call the shots. I'm like a firecracker, I make it hot when I put on a show. Feel the adrenaline moving through my veins. Spotlight on me, I'm ready to break. I like to perform on the dance floor as a stage. Better be ready, hope that you feel the same. Eyes on the inside of the room, just like a circus.
was awesome. Those girls have some energy, and they are so talented. All right, I would like to now introduce you to the Grand Marshals for the 49th Annual Wasco Festival, Scott and Vicki Height. Scott and Vicki have served Wasco through their jobs, ministry, and community for 30 years. Scott's family moved to Wasco in the summer of 1972 when his father took ownership of Big Star Market on East Street, now known as El Pueblo Market. He graduated from Wasco High in 1980 and went to work for Berenda Mesa Water District. Vicki graduated from Shafter High in 1979 and continues to be a general who loves the Tigers. They married in September 1983 and welcomed daughters Katie and Lindsay into their family in 1984 and 1987. Their girls went to Wasco schools and graduated from Wasco High School. Despite growing up in Shafter, Vicki said cheering for the orange and black as Katie and Lindsay were Packers, Bengals, and Tigers was never a struggle. However, she's never said, "Burn the general." Blue and gold colors rise in her soul, and she'll be a general who supports and loves her Tigers. Scott has been with BMWD for 37 years. He was originally hired as a systems operator and has worked in nearly every other department during his tenure, including general maintenance, metal repair, and pesticide application. He's been an operation dispatcher for the last 12 years. While Scott built his career at Berenda Mesa Water District, they decided Vicki would stay home with the girls. Katie and Lindsay played in Wasco recreation programs, cheered for Packers, Bengals, and Tigers, and were the first sister duo named Rose Queen Miss Wasco. Vicki began working for the Wasco Chamber of Commerce in November 1993. She stayed busy with events and business promotions. Today, you can find any business you need on the internet, but back then, the Chamber was the place to go for all the events and businesses around town. From Christmas parades, rose festivals, Kern County Fair displays, Chile Verde cook-offs, ribbon cuttings, and business promotions, Vicki loved her time spent working for Wasco. In 2005, then City Manager Larry Pinnell asked if she might be interested in becoming the appointed elected city clerk for the city of Wasco. She was intrigued and honored that he would think of her. Saying yes began a new career, working part-time for the city of Wasco and part-time for the Chamber of Commerce. Learning about city government and working with excellent staff and leaders, her love for the city of Wasco continued to grow. She lauds the volunteers and staff who work shoulder to shoulder and give of their time and talents to make the city better. She believes getting involved is so rewarding and recommends it to young couples. Vicki says being involved is good for the soul. In 2013, Vicki was hired by the Wasco Recreation and Parks District as district manager. Some of their accomplishments over these past 3.5 years include removing and replacing dressing rooms at the pool with restrooms and a guard room, replacing all the wooden bark in 4 park tot lots with recycled rubber product, and building an additional larger softball park at Westside Park. This year they added movies in the park and are preparing to install solar lighting at Westside Park along with outdoor fitness exercise equipment. They're working on painting out the ballpark and the Recreation and Parks Department Hall. Some challenges have been ongoing cleanup and working through drought conditions, but guidance from an active, invested Recreation Board of Directors has made things easier and more productive. Scott coached girls softball through Wasco Recreation while Katie and Lindsay were playing. He coached Wasco Youth Football for 8 years, was a founding board member of Golden Empire Youth Football where he served as Wasco area representative. He was president and varsity head coach of Wasco Youth Football for the seasons 98 through 2000. At the end of the 1999 season, the staff decided to retire the well-loved brand of the Wasco Packers and emerge into the 21st century as the Wasco Bengals, making all football in Wasco orange and black. The Height family's been attending Westside Family Fellowship since 1987 and have been active members since. Scott served as youth pastor 4 terms on Pastors Council, taught junior high, kids ministry, worship team, and small groups. He was licensed and ordained as a minister in 2015 and plans to pursue ministry further when he retires from BMWD. Katie and Lindsay completed their degrees at local colleges. Katie's a 2nd grade teacher at Maple, and Lindsay is a work-at-home mom for now. They married men whom Scott and Vicki refer to as their sons and brought new joy into the family. Lindsay and James gave them Henry Scott in April 2016, while Katie and Brian added Emery Carol Gallagher in August 2016. Scott and Vicki became Poppy and Nanny to what they call the most amazing blessings since their own daughters. And they look forward to being grandparents for many years and find it even better than they had imagined. Playing the role of Poppy and Nanny to Henry and Emery is definitely their most enjoyable pastime. They also enjoy taking road trips together and with friends. They've been blessed to visit some wonderful places in our great country. Scott also enjoys target shooting with the various firearms he's acquired over the years. Growing up and raising their family in Wasco has been a blessing. They say it's a place still small enough where one can help mold the environment in a positive way to live, work, and raise a family if they're willing to put in the effort. We believe one can meet some of the best people they'll ever find right here in Wasco. Scott and Vicki are 2 of those people who've committed their time, careers, and family to growing and improving Wasco. Their contributions through their jobs, coaching, and ministry, as well as their hearts for the town and its people, make them the perfect selections for the 2017 Grand Marshals. They'll preside over this year's Wasco Festival, which begins with the pageant tonight, followed by the Orange Heart Foundation Wine and Roses in their honor September 8th, and the Rose Parade September 9th, this Saturday. They'll also be recognized at the festival's 2nd half during the park event and 3rd annual Orange Heart Foundation Music Festival on October 14th. So please join me in welcoming and congratulating this year's Grand Marshals, Scott and Vicki Height. All right, so I know you all are wondering how in the world are these judges going to pick from 17 young women who are all so amazing and talented and smart. So here are some of the standards that they have to go by tonight. Rose Queen judging standards are based on qualities and characteristics and lasting values that make up an entire individual, emphasizing excellence in scholarship, personality, physical well-being, creativity, and in human relations. Half of the judging procedures are behind the scenes in scholastic achievement and in the judge's interview. On-stage presentations make up the other 50% of the judging. Physical fitness, which we just saw, poise and appearance, and creative and performing arts. 25% of the overall scoring is the judge's interview. In a 12-minute interview and discussion session with each Rose Queen candidate, the judges panel looks for perception, a sense of values, clarity of expression, concern, and ability to relate. 15% of the scoring is poise and appearance. Grace, grooming, poise, posture, and carriage, and maintaining attire is considered along with appearance, coordination, and composure. 15% is citizenship points. As soon as entry forms are turned in, each candidate is awarded citizenship points. If the candidate violates any regulations throughout the duration of the pageant director deducts those citizenship points. Up to 5 points per occurrence may be deducted depending on severity and will be decided on a case-by-case basis. These points will be available to the judges for evaluation tonight. 15% is scholastic achievement. A panel of qualified educators review and rate transcripts and grades along with extracurricular activities. 15% creative and performing arts. Judging is based on originality, technical ability, appropriateness of selection, and costume and stage presence during a performance of a stage presentation of a vocal, instrumental, painting, dance, or some other talent that the young ladies will share with us later this evening. And last but not least, 15% is physical fitness. Coordination, stamina, agility, posture, and carriage in sports attire are considered as an overall evaluation of health and physical well-being. So now that you know what our judges are looking for, let's go ahead and introduce our distinguished judges this evening. We'll start with Pamela Scholl-Fear. Pamela has been involved in pageantry for over 25 years as a competitor, a judge, director, and is the CEO of the Miss Kern County Pageant and Scholarship Organization. They're over here along the stage, by the way. Direct your attention over to our fabulous judges. There they are. In 2008, Pamela purchased the Miss Kern County Pageant and in 2016 received a registered federal trademark from the USPTO in Washington, D.C. She started the Miss Kern County Scholarship Organization with a focus on furthering the educational goals of women in Kern County. Pamela has received more than 30 awards and proclamations for her presentations, including one from the Office of the President of the United States. Pamela has given to charity services throughout the world. Pamela has traveled internationally as a Goodwill Ambassador and Presidential Envoy for the United States and has been a spokesperson for women and children. Pamela has presented at the United Nations Conference on Violence on Children. In 2000, Pamela received the Lifetime Achievement Award from President George W. Bush for her contributions to charity and volunteerism. As an independent service community-based organization, it's Pamela's mission to serve her community, individuals, and businesses in addition to her community in all of her work. It's Pamela's mission to serve her community and all of the individuals and businesses. In addition to her community work, Pamela is a wife, a mother, and operates a successful all-natural cosmetic company, Brooks Russell Soap Company. The company focuses on an exclusive line tailored to fit each client and specializing in products for lupus patients. A fun fact, Pamela was married to Lord Baron Charles Louis Fear in Scotland, UK on June 22nd, 2017, and holds the noble title of Baroness. Please join me in welcoming Pamela Scholl Fear. Our second judge of the evening, Nadia Mendoza Mendez, was crowned Miss Kern County April 8, 2017. Nadia's 2017 platform is Women Empowerment. Nadia wants to help all women find their true authentic self by helping them with their inner voice and empowering them to use it and overcome any obstacle they might face. Being able to represent Kern County this year has been a dream come true for Nadia. Being born in Mexico and raised in the United States has allowed her to appreciate the enormous opportunities this amazing country and community has to offer, and she is proud of her roots and loves to share them with others. Nadia is a graduate of East High School and is pursuing her studies at CSUB and is in the sorority Gamma Pi Beta. Nadia was a recipient of a scholarship given by former Bakersfield Mayor Harvey Hall and is currently pursuing her career in real estate. Nadia would like to extend every contestant the best of luck. Our third judge of the evening, Melissa Gale. Melissa began her career with the probation department 12 years ago. She started off working with minors as a juvenile corrections officer and then later promoted to a probation officer where she's worked in several different units in the adult division. She spent almost 2 years in victim witness where she was able to work closely with the victims of serious crimes here in Kern County and help them through the court process and getting assistance. She spent the last 8 years as a court officer in adult investigation and was able to work closely with judges and attorneys on felony cases. Melissa just recently has been assigned to Adult Supervision Unit and will be working with adults on felony probation. Melissa enjoys volunteering her time and being involved with the department. She was the chair for Kern County's chapter for the California Probation, Parole, and Correction Officers Association for 4 terms. She is currently a mentor with the Rose Mentoring Program through Cal State Bakersfield. She is currently a mentor for a senior at Centennial High School and enjoys spending time with her mentee. Melissa attended junior college at Antelope Valley Community College, where she played on the volleyball team and graduated with her associates in arts. She then transferred to Cal State Bakersfield, where she earned her bachelor's in sociology and minored in criminal justice. Melissa has earned her is mother to 4 wonderful children. 2 are adopted in 2009. Her oldest daughter, Ariana, is 16 years old and a junior in high school. She enjoys playing volleyball and softball. Her oldest son, AJ, is in the 8th grade and loves playing football and doing tricks on the trampoline. Her youngest son is Kellen, and he's in the 6th grade. He loves football and riding scooters. And the baby of the house is a 3.5-year-old named Kinsley. She's the princess of the house and loves everything girly girl and Peppa Pig. Melissa loves being a busy mother and chauffeuring her children to all their sporting events and cheering them on. In her spare time, Melissa enjoys playing on an adult volleyball team and co-ed softball team, and she loves spending time with her children, family, and friends, and taking spontaneous trips out of town to Magic Mountain and the beach. Please join me in welcoming Melissa Gale. Judge number 4 of our evening, Andy Grijalva. Andy was born and raised in Bakersfield. Andy attended Bakersfield High School and graduated from Bakersfield College and Fresno Pacific University. She's the proud wife and mother of 3 amazing children who motivate her daily. She's passionate about her community and committed to seeing it transform through education. Andy is honored to be part of the Bakersfield College family and once again as the program manager for adult education. Please join me in welcoming Andy Grijalva. And judge number 5 of the evening, Leslie Renault. Leslie was a former Miss Hawaiian Tropic promotional model for 7 years, traveling all over the country. She was a former Miss Little Rock, Arkansas, and former Miss Biloxi, Mississippi with Hawaiian Tropic. She was a contestant 3 times in Miss Hawaiian Tropic International pageants on television representing her state. Leslie's been in a couple of TV shows and movies throughout her younger years on the Disney Channel, with featured roles in a Disney movie called Pop Rocks and a Disney TV show series. She's also been on a TV show on the E! Entertainment Channel called Behind the Scenes with Hawaiian Tropic, an MTV spring break show, and in her 20s, a traveling show called Bikini Destinations. Leslie is from California and has lived in Arkansas, New Orleans, and New York. Her love for pageants began as a little girl when she was a contestant in the Miss American preteen pageant in LA. Leslie now lives back in her hometown of Bakersfield, California. As a former account executive for NBC KGET TV 17, Leslie is currently sales and marketing manager for New City Cleaners. Leslie is very active in all the bridal shows in Bakersfield, and Leslie is a sponsor for CSUB Athletics and the Bakersfield Condors. Leslie's very active in several marketing and networking groups called Babies in Business. Is that Babes in Business? It says Babies in Business. I was thinking maybe that's a little different. Boss Ladies and Bucket List Bunnies. Leslie is also a Chamber of Commerce member of the Downtown Business Association. Her passion is jewelry, and she's currently a personal jewelry stylist for Plunder Design Vintage Jewelry. She's very humbled to have this opportunity and would like to help other young women be successful in reaching their personal goals. She's compassionate and has a caring heart and is very active in her community. Please help me welcome Leslie Renault. I could join Babies in Business. I've got 3 babies and I work. All right, thank you again to all of our wonderful judges. Again, a very difficult decision that you have ahead of you tonight. We don't envy you that, but we know you'll make a good choice. All right, I would like to welcome our 2016 Rose Queen and Talent winner, Sydney Melberg, back to the stage now. Your 2016 Rose Queen and Talent winner, Sydney, says that ever since she was very young, she's had a passion for performing and putting on a show, no matter where she was. She's always had a deep love for Disney, which is why she chose to perform last year. A self-choreographed, energetic, upbeat dance and acrobatic routine to a mix from the movie Mary Poppins. Now, once again, we have the pleasure of watching your 2016 Miss Wasco, Sydney Melberg, as she steps in time, dancing once again on the rooftops of London.
step in time. Come on, matey, step in time.
Step in time.
Kick your knees up.
Step in time.
Round the chimney.
Step in time.
Flap like a birdie.
Step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Step in time.
Up on the railing.
Step in time.
Over the rooftop.
Step in time.
Step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Step in time.
We've checked and Sydney is okay. And she will be joining us again in just a moment. I would like to give another thank you to our priority seating ticket holders this evening, Mike and Amy Blumhoff Farms, Blumhoff Farms, Juana and Jasmine Pelayo, Maria Cortinas and Jose Hernandez, Paul Farms, Saldana Welding and Fabrication, Chris Bellener, Orqueda Ocampo, Westside Family Fellowship, Tanya Romero, Gerardo Castaneda, Stephanie Weimer, Desi Claffey, Jessica Long, Nancy Munoz, Cheryl Fager, Rebecca Jarrett, Claudia Heredia, Erica Biastros, Maribel Garcia, Ruby Jacobo, Vanessa Aguas, Denise Esnos, Polly Hughes, Jenny Cortez, Lori Albright, Suzanne Gallardo, Kathy Snow, and Danny Ariano. All right, at this time we have a very special presentation in honor and memory of one of Wasco's very own Rose Queens. In the year of 1980, a beautiful woman by the name of Shauna Clay was crowned Wasco's new Rose Queen. Shauna was a student at Wasco High School and attended WHS from 1977 to 1981. Besides being Miss Wasco, Shauna was also a WHS cheerleader. She was described by one of her close teammates as such a fun person and a great addition to the team because she represented the Tiger Pride so well. Rain or shine, win or lose, Shauna never let anything dull her sparkle. Her joy and laughter were contagious, and her smile truly lit up any room she was in. She loved life, no matter the circumstances, and found something positive in every chapter. She was a leader and put God first always. After a long battle on May 16, 2017, Shauna lost her fight with cancer. However, her beautiful spirit continues to live on. The meaning of the name Shauna is God is gracious, or gift from God, which perfectly describes Shauna Clay Kerr. Shauna Kerr was described by those who knew and loved her as a beautiful rose because of her beautiful spirit always. Shauna had an amazing love, and she is still touching so many. She shined in everything she did and always took pride in whatever it was she was doing. All who knew her will tell you she always carried herself with grace, kindness, and beauty. Friends say if Shauna were here today, she would tell these lovely young ladies on stage tonight to have fun, embrace the moment, and enjoy the memories. Always put God first and be a blessing to everyone you meet, which is exactly what Shauna portrayed and did herself. Shauna's family has decided to continue her memory and honor her by creating a scholarship in her name that will go toward future Rose Queens. Please join me now in honoring Shauna as we present the very first recipient of the Shauna Clay Kerr Scholarship, 2016 Miss Wasco Sydney Melberg.
Wow, I can't even see you, but how's everybody doing? Good. Sort of knew that would happen. First, I just want to say thank you. Wasco High School, Roll Wrangle, so many others who have been there through Shauna's fight. I personally want to keep her name alive with this scholarship each and every year. Sydney, come on up here for a second. Here's what my vision is that I want to raise enough money that in this first year, whatever we raise, half of it will go to Sydney and half of it will go to next year's winner. So while I'm going to extend a check to Sydney right now for $500, I don't want it to end there, and you can help, but I don't want it to end there. And so I'm doing a fundraiser all the way through May until the end of the school year, including with Roll Wrangle's help and other people, a golf tournament in my wife's name to raise money for this scholarship and for the Rose Queen winner, which Shauna so loved. And so if we raise $10,000, I'm just throwing numbers out there, 5 goes to you, 5 goes to next year's. And I'm just going to keep doing it as long as we can. That's what I want to do. So. Two things real quick. One is, Sean and I had a great marriage, but like any husband and wife, we knew each other well enough we could be stupid around each other. And when I used to go out to high school football games, she always used to like, are you going to Wasco this week? And if you are, I'll come with you if I can, and that kind of stuff, but always the Wasco Shafter game. Now, Shauna was a cheerleader here, and over the years, she managed to save one of her Wasco cheerleaders' socks. She lost the other one. So she would always text me on a Friday night saying, I'm wearing my sock. And all I got to say is, because she always did it on Shafter game, and you've won 10 in a row over Shafter, right? Okay. So, good players, good coaching, but it's the sock. Yeah, that's what I want you to know. Okay? Occasionally I would have her, we still have she has the crown, it's in our house. And I think she put it on twice for me just because I'm a stupid husband. I said, please do that for me. So, anyway. So what I wanted to say, and I'll let you get back to your program because this night's about the young ladies tonight and I don't want to take all their time. We have our Hometown Sports Magazine, which if you can't get it here is going to be at the Kern Federal Credit School Unions, and they're free. I, however, have brought 2 boxes, probably not enough for each person, but maybe 1 for each family, of which I have an article that I wrote about Shauna in here, and about how you can help with the fundraising for young ladies who become Rose Queens. If there are 1,200 people in here and only you put $1 in a piece, half of 1,200, 600 more, and that's $1,100 she has instead of $500. Obviously, no one does things 100%, but somebody's obviously going to give more than $1. So if you can, awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. But I just want to thank you for embracing our family during this time. And as Shauna would say, God is great.
All right, we are on to our talent portion of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Get excited. These ladies have been working so hard to prepare these performances for you. You're going to see a wide range of talents, from dancing to singing to all kinds of things. So I'm really excited to watch myself from backstage. So we are going to begin this evening with contestant number 1. Gabrielle Barboza has always loved dancing and everything Disney. Gabby's chosen to tap into her love for Disney with a jazz version of Friend Like Me. So let's watch as contestant number 1, Gabrielle Barboza, as she performs tonight and shows us what it truly would be like to have a friend like her.
Well, Alibaba had them 40 feet, Jefferson had 1,000 tails. But master, you're in luck, cause up your sleeve, you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your can. You got some punch pizzazz, yeah, who ain't have? All you gotta do is rub that lamp and I say, Mr. Aladdin, son, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me, no, no, no. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your meant to be. Come on, whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. That's how we pride ourselves on service. You're the boss, the king, the shy. Say what you wish, it's yours. You dish your body, let them up by good eyes. Can your friends do this? Can your friends do that? Can your friends do this? How far they hide? Can your friends go? Yeah, yeah. So don't just sit there slack out, fucking. I'm here to answer while you make that crack. You got me bona fide and certified. You got a genius when you try your best. I got a bubble full of herbs to help you out. So which you wish I really wanna know. You got a list that's 3 miles long, no doubt. Well, all you gotta do is rub like so. Mr. Aladdin, son, I wish you're 2 or 3. I'm on the job, you've been the boss. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend.
Contestant number 2, Mariah Acevedo, has always loved music, which is why she's chosen to play the ukulele tonight. She says the ukulele represents the love she has for music and the beach. So sit back and get ready to hang loose with contestant number 2, Mariah Acevedo. Contestant number 3, Brianna Leal, has always loved dancing for as long as she can remember. She feels dancing brings people happiness and she can express herself through music. Brianna will be performing an evolution of dance crazes from the 80s until now. So sit back and enjoy as contestant number 3, Brianna Leal, takes you through an evolution of hip-hop.
Of the sounds of MC Raw Face and DJ Easy Rock.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.
Don't need no one funny. Now watch me whip. Now watch me whip. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me whip. Now watch me whip. Watch me whip. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me whip.
Walked in this party.
Contestant number 4, Samantha Crouch, has always had a passion for dance. She's been dancing for 7 years and likes to tell stories through her dance. This dance represents a story of battling through the toughest times to get to your happy ending. Join us as we watch contestant number 4, Samantha Crouch, dance her way to her happy ending.
Here to relive your darkest moments. I can see now, I can see now. And all of the ghouls come out to play. And every demon wants his pound of flesh. But I like to keep some things to myself. I like to
Contestant number 5, Addison Tatum, says she has a bubbly, outgoing personality, and she expresses this by making people laugh. She's chosen to do a skit from the sitcom I Love Lucy. Addison says she can relate to Lucy because they're both outgoing and funny. So be prepared to laugh with us with contestant number 5, Addison Tatum.
Hello? Hello? Oh, hi, I'm Lucy and I'm here to audition. What? You want me to lower my voice? Not a problem. My name is Lucy and I'm here to audition. No, I'm not mocking you, I'm here to audition. For Billy Bob's, this is the right place, isn't it? Well, what would you like me to do? I can sing. Every star above knows the word of love. Wait, or I can dance. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you just want me to read from the card and blow up the balloons. Not a problem. Bargains, bargains, bargains. At Billy Bob's Bargain Balloon Boutique and Quick Loop. Whoa, that's a mouthful. Oh, you want me to use the helium? Gotcha. Bargains, bargains, bargains. At Billy Bob's Bargain Balloon Boutique and Quick Loop. Bright, beautiful, and buoyant balloons. Big and bold. Or itsy bitsy. All at Bare Bone Bargains. You can buy balloons for all occasions. You can buy a box, buy a bag, buy in bulk, and get a quick oil lube rag. Remember, only at Billy Bob's Bargain Balloon Boutique and Quick Lube. Warning, helium may cause gas, pain, cramps, and constant fear of mylar. Not appropriate for pregnant women, women wearing high heels, or women with a high-pitched voice or falsetto.
Contestant number 6, Sofia Magana, has always looked up to singer-songwriter Selena Quintanilla. She says listening to Selena's music makes her automatically want to dance. So she's chosen to do a dance mix inspired by her role model. Get ready to move as we watch contestant number 6, Sofia Magana, show us her love for one of the most celebrated Mexican-American entertainers of all time. Contestant number 7, Abigail Abshire, has been playing piano for many years. She says she's always had a passion for classical music. Abby's chosen to perform one of her favorite classical pieces, The Swan. Sit back and enjoy the sweet melodies of contestant number 7, Abigail Abshire. Contestant number 8, Desiree Duenas, has been dancing since she was a young girl. Tonight, she's chosen to perform a ballet routine to the song Unbreathe Me. Please welcome contestant number 8, Desiree Duenas.
Help, I have done it again. I have been here many times before, hurt myself again today, and the worst part is there's no one else to blame. Be my friend. Hold me, wrap me up, unfold me. I am small and needy. Warm me up and breathe me.
Contestant number 9, Valeria Pelayo, has been performing color guard since her freshman year. Valeria says she enjoys color guard because it allows her to escape her responsibilities and get lost in the music. Valeria will be performing a color guard routine tonight to Almost Love. Let's get lost along with contestant number 9, Valeria Pelayo.
Your fingertips across my skin, the palm trees swaying in the wind, in my chest. walked along a crowded street. You took my hand and danced with me in chains. And when you left, you kissed my lips. You told me you would never forget these emotions. But I'd never wanna see you unhappy. I thought you want the same for me. Goodbye, my almost lover. Goodbye, my hopeless dream. I'm trying not to think about you. And can't you just let me be? So long, my luckless romance. My back is turned on you. Should've known you'd bring me heartache. Almost lovers always do.
Contestant number 10, Alyssa Dominguez, has always enjoyed drawing and painting. She also has a love for 50s style and clothing and music. For her talent, she decided to combine the two in a unique way. So join contestant number 10, Alyssa Dominguez, as she shakes, rattles, and rolls with the king of rock and roll.
The lady love please let the dice stay hot. Let me shoot the sun with every shot's out. Viva la fame, viva la fame, viva la fame, viva, viva Las Vegas. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Show, but really get ready now. Go, can't go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything, but let me over my blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, step in my face, slander my name all over the place. Well, do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay off the blue shoe and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything, but let me over my blue suede shoe. Let's go! Shake, rattle, and roll. I said shake, rattle, and roll. I said shake, rattle, and roll. I said shake, rattle, and
Contestant number 11, Tiana Hughes, decided to perform a sign language routine this evening. Tiana says she was inspired by her talent this evening because she has enjoyed watching the young children at her church perform sign language routines. Tiana says the song she's chosen to perform to is one of her favorite songs to listen to when she's down because it lifts her up. Watch as your spirits are lifted, along with contestant number 11, Tiana Pugh.
You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out It's springing up from this old ground. Out of chaos, life is being found in you. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. Oh, you make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of
Contestant number 12, Vanessa Madrigal, has always enjoyed dancing and performing. Vanessa has decided to perform a dance to the song Nimbuda. Vanessa chose this dance because of the story it tells about love and appreciation. She also wanted to introduce her community to a different culture. So let's dive into a new colorful world with contestant 12, Vanessa, as she portrays the adventures of love. Contestant 13, Hannah Whitby, has always had a love for music. For her talent, she'll sing a song by one of her favorite Disney princesses, Cinderella. So before the clock strikes midnight, watch and listen as we all watch Hannah's dreams come true.
Whatever you wish
Contestant 14, Victoria Castillo, loves to dance. Victoria's decided to perform a folkloric dance tonight for her talent. She says she chose this because she wanted to embrace her Mexican roots. So join Victoria as she performs this vibrant folkloric dance. Contestant 15, Caitlin Ibarra, has always been interested in acting. And tonight, Caitlin will perform a monologue based on a true story of her cousin's accident. Caitlin hopes that through her talent this evening, she can show others they too can overcome any obstacle. Listen as Caitlin tells us a true story of inspiration.
You know, I never really thought my mom and stepdad would have separated, but they did. And it was bringing me down. I wanted to do something that would bring myself back up. So my friend and I decided to go out to the country and ride our quads together. I wanted to show them that I could do something cool. But I mean, all I remember was waking up in the hospital. My stepdad and friends started to fill me in on what had happened. They told me I hit a tree and I flew 10 feet away from my quad, and that a helicopter had to fly me here. I went through a lot of surgeries while being in the hospital, and I also had a lot of friends come and go. But after a while, everyone just stopped coming. I finally got to go home to my mom and grandma. They helped me with everything. They would bathe me, dress me, and even take me to the restroom. I felt like such a burden on them. Then I was able to start using a walker. From there, I would go to therapy 3 times a week for 3 days. But after a while, I was able to start walking on my own. And now I can say, thanks to the nurses and doctors at the hospital, I like to become one. And guess what? I even got my license. See?
Contestant 16, Sasha Iniguez, loves all forms of dance. Sasha says dancing is one of her favorite ways to express herself, and she's chosen to do a fun, upbeat, hip-hop routine tonight. So watch as contestant 16, Sasha Iniguez, dances to this funky hip-hop mix.
They're ready for this one.
We the best music. I worked my whole life for this one. Another one. DJ Khaled. Shining, yeah. All of this money and I've been losing my mind. Hold on. Don't try to do me. Don't. Hold on.
Last but not least this evening, contestant 17, Ashley Gonzalez, says music has always been an important part of her life. Ashley's musical career began in 4th grade, and since she's been involved in various music programs. Ashley plays a total of 9 instruments, but most enjoys the pan flute, which is what she'll play for us this evening. Sit back and enjoy contestant 17, Ashley Gonzalez, perform a sweet, angelic tune. And as we continue our search for the 2017 Wasco Rose Queen, we continue with poise and appearance in our formal segment.
Sing along. Find me where the
what would you like to be remembered by?
I would like to be remembered by my personality because I believe a positive personality can truly be a blessing in some people's lives.
Mariah, what motivates you?
What motivates me is my family because they're my #1 support system.
Brianna, what is your life motto?
My life motto is let your faith be bigger than your fears because we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us.
Samantha, what is the most important lesson someone could teach the youth of today?
The most important lesson someone can teach the youth of today is to be strong, confident, and brave because with those qualities you can achieve anything.
Addison, how can you impact your school for the better?
I believe I can impact my school by shining God's light through my personality and because everyone should know His word.
Sophia, if you were given the chance to change something from the past, what would you change?
Well, if I had the chance to change something from the past, I would, because the past has made me who I am today.
Abigail, what is your most unforgettable family experience?
My most unforgettable experience with my family would be when my family took myself and them to Mexico in an orphanage and we shared the love of God with those around us and the children.
Desiree, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
If I had $1 million, I would give half of it to the children in need and the other half I would give it to my family because I feel that's what they deserve.
Valeria, what is one message you would like to spread across the nation?
One message I would like to spread across the nation is be yourself and love yourself because you only can live your life once.
Alyssa, what is true beauty?
True beauty to me is radiating what's on the inside.
Tiana, other than your immediate family, who is the most influential person in your life?
The most influential person in my life would be my coach, Haley Coyle. She is a brave woman and has inspired me to do great things. She's taught me right from wrong, and I love her with all my heart.
Vanessa, what do you consider to be your biggest accomplishment to date?
My biggest accomplishment would have to be getting recognized outside of our small community and getting invited to perform in the London New Year's Day Parade twice by the United Spirit Association.
Hannah, do you think social media helps our society?
I do not think that social media helps our society because people do not know how to communicate like they used to.
Victoria, what accomplishments are you proud of?
The one accomplishment that I'm most proud of is being here today and speaking in front of all these lovely people. I'm shy and scared of public speaking, but with hard work and dedication, I've conquered my fear.
Caitlin, what is the essence of a woman?
The essence of a woman is to nurture and love deeply because they are the foundation of the family.
Sasha, what do you think is the greatest environmental problem today?
In my opinion, I believe the greatest environmental problem today would be air pollution. I believe if we work together as a country and maintain good resources, we can live a better and healthier life.
Ashley, how would you describe your country?
I would describe my country as a nation filled with opportunities where only the hardworking and determined succeed.
Darling, it's in the lights back on now. Watching, as the credits all roll down. Crying, no, we're playing to a full house. No heroes, villains, one to blame. While the zeros is through the stage and the thrill is gone. Our debut was a masterpiece, but in the end, for you and me on the show, we used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold on to the ground, and wave out to the crowd, take our fight back. It's our time to go, but at least we stole the show. 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 You know that we are so right. The city's waiting, but the band plays on now. Running, so let the velvet roll down. But the show applause. Oh, 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 oh. And wave out to the crowd. Take off our bow. It's our time to go. But at least we stole the show. 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 At least we stole the show.
Always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one, with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years, there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. I never thought I'd walk away with so much joy, but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye.
This year, I got to do many events that made my life as queen so special. I first attended Wine and Roses, which led into the football game that we ended up winning. This is when everything started, with the Rose Festival weekend. In the morning, I shot a blank for the annual Run Through the Roses, and they all took off, just like that weekend did. I loved just walking around and getting swarmed by kids who wanted pictures with the queen. I presented awards at the festival basketball tournament and festival road shows. That was such an amazing weekend. I also had the pleasure to crown a king and a few queens myself. I crowned the Wasco Bengal Homecoming Queen, the Wasco Daddy-Daughter Dance Queen of the Night, Wasco High School Homecoming Queen, and Mr. and Mrs. Tiger. I got to cut the ribbon for the opening of La Imperial Mexican Restaurant and raffled off prizes at our new grocery store, Tropicana. I presented awards at the Dia de los Muertos Festival and waved at tons of children in the Christmas parade. I had the honor to go to John L. Pruitt and speak to kids about being a role model in the community. I attended Teresa Burke on Dr. Seuss Day and read to a cute little kindergarten class. Also at Teresa Burke, I attended the Run for Ronald Day, where I walked with kids TK through 2nd grade to raise money for Ronald McDonald's house. We also danced and did the cha-cha slide. I went to Maple School for their annual Maple Barbecue, and I walked around and helped at booths. I went to the community's Daddy-Daughter Dance, where I was able to dance and take pictures with all the little princesses there. I was honored to speak at the Wasco Chapter Relay for Life for all cancer survivors, fighters, and supporters. I attended the Wasco Health and Safety Fair, where I walked around to different booths while listening to our city's youth band, Second to None. I helped with the scavenger hunt reveal of this year's Great Circus theme. I even got to participate in the groundbreaking of my own father's business. My final event was the opening and ribbon cutting of the new Wasco Health Clinic. Thank you to all the people, committees, and businesses that invited me to all of these wonderful events.
And now introducing your 2016 Rose Queen for her farewell speech.
Excuse my voice, I woke up and I had no voice this morning, so bear with me, please. The dictionary definition of a queen is a female ruler of an independent state. Little does the dictionary know, being the Queen of Wasco is so much more. My whole life, I dreamed of one day becoming Miss Wasco. I even dressed up as a Rose Queen one year for Halloween as a kid. I was always in complete admiration of the Queen, and what a blessing it is that now there are little girls looking at me that way. Everywhere I went, I felt so loved and welcomed by the people in the community, and it made me realize the real meaning of a queen. With all the thank yous that I have, I would like to start with thanking God. You have used me to shine my light throughout Wasco, and I am so happy that I was your outlet to this wonderful little town. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You both have shaped me into who I am today with your endless love and support. I don't know what I would do without you guys pushing me and encouraging me to stand by my morals and honor you both. I have been so blessed to have such involved parents that truly want what's best for me. I love you guys to no extent. Thank you, Nana, Pop, Grandma, Haley, Ben, Noah, Inslee, Aunt Lori, Uncle Brian, Amanda, JP, Evan, Cole, Zori, and Jovi for being my loving family. No matter the event, the whole clan was always there to support me, which includes making my cool talent prop back there. Thank you, JP. You are all the main reason why I have come so far. Also, my Meemaw up in heaven, I love you, and I hope I'm making you proud. Excuse me. To my boyfriend, Isaac, thank you for being my rock. You helped any stress I had and always made sure to remind me that the Lord was with me through it all. I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you, Coco Sanchez and Haley Coyle, for putting on a great pageant for our Super 7 last year and continuing to do the same this year. You both made this Rose Queen experience the best and also made us look super cute while doing it. The effort you put into making this pageant happen does not go unnoticed and is greatly appreciated. Thank you for volunteering so much of your time to the community for many years now. Thank you, Irene Bernal, for dolling me up for every event. You are not only amazing at makeup and making blue eyeshadow look beautiful, but you are always a motherly figure to me, and you made sure I can comfortably talk to you about anything. Thank you to the Wasco Lady Elks for being my sponsors last year. I was very blessed to have such kind ladies encouraging me throughout my reign. Thank you, Natalie Perez and Victoria Bernal, for making the video prior to this. It really touches my heart that you would do something so nice for me. Thank you, Cheryl Sanford, for making all of these amazing stage decorations each year and also letting me borrow your wonderful Sally. She is the official car of the 2016 Wasco Rose Queen. Thank you, Sharon Sharp, for giving me the most queenly opportunities and never-ending publicity. You made me feel like a real queen. Thank you, Joe Cervantes, for stepping in this year and being a great escort. You make me laugh like crazy, and I'm gonna miss your constant impressions and jokes. I'll be sure to see you at Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage someday. To my RQ Super 7 2016, my best friends, my loves, and ultimately my sisters. We were small, but super mighty. You six are so strong-minded and driven, and I cannot wait to see the amazing things you do with this life. I love you all so much, and I hope you know you will always find a best friend in me. I love you. To this year's Circus Girls, thank you for allowing me to join your huge group this summer. You all should be so proud of how far you have come and the positive effect that you are placing on this community. I hope each one of you enjoyed this experience and gained such a close bond that comes out of it. I'm glad I was able to come back with this group. Thank you for putting a little sparkle into this past summer for me. To the 2017 Rose Queen, who will take my place, I hope you realize the real definition of a queen. Please remember all the wonderful little kids who will look up to you and want to be just like you. Stand close to your morals and be a good representative of this wonderful little town. Never take for granted this opportunity because it is truly the experience of a lifetime. Sorry. In a blink of an eye, it'll all be over, and you will be wishing to come back to this very night. Also, a word of advice. At the ribbon cuttings, open the scissors all the way before cutting down, because then you'll end up like me and never cut the ribbon on the first try. It's awkward when they count down and then you don't it'll cut it on the right number. It's like 1, and then you cut it, so it's kind of awkward. So open the scissors all the way. It's now time for me to say farewell. Thank you, Wasco, for being such a great community that I had the pleasure to represent. I am so sad to end my reign, but so blessed that I had this opportunity. I love you, Wasco. This year has been legendary.
We had it made in the middle of the madness.
Okay, it has come to the moment where we're about to find out who the 2017 Wasco Rose Queen winner is. As I drop all my envelopes. No Steve Harvey moments. Okay, I believe we're going to open the curtains and see our talented, lovely young ladies once again. Girls, I just want to say you are all so talented, and just your joy and your friendship to each other and the amount of support you give each other is so beautiful.
And I hope that you always stand up for other women and help support them and support each other and just build up other strong women, because as a woman, it only benefits us more when there are more strong women leaders around us. So please continue to show that same sisterhood and love for each other and build each other up, because you're all wonderful and amazing. We'll begin with our 2017 physical fitness winner. This is being presented by last year's winner, our 2016 Rose Queen. And it's provided by Cheryl Sanford in memory of John Sanford. And this award goes to number 6, Sophia Magana. Presented by 2016's winner, Miss Wasco, and talent winner Sydney Melbourne, receiving a $400 scholarship provided by MG Metals. Number 10, Alyssa Dominguez. Presented by the 2016 Congeniality winner, Jessica Silva. This is provided by Patty Melbourne, a $300 scholarship going to number 13, Hannah Whitney. The 2017 Scholastic winner, receiving a $500 scholarship provided by Peter's Funeral Home and presented by the 2016 Scholastic winner, Elizabeth Esnos. This goes to contestant number 17, Ashley Gonzalez. The 2017 second runner-up winner, receiving a $600 scholarship provided by California Home Pros and California Home Loans, presented by our 2016 second runner-up, Allie Dobbs. Our second runner-up, number 1, Gabrielle Barbosa. Receiving an $800 scholarship provided by CSI Contractors, Ron Holt, presented by the 2016 first runner-up, Lexi. Thank you, Lexi Hazelton. First runner-up, number 6, Sophia Magana. Your 2017 Wasco Rose Queen, presented by last year's Rose Queen. And it's provided by the 2000 2000 Rose Queen, Andrea Gerhardt. Your 2017 Rose Queen is number 12, Vanessa Madrigal.